Well, a bill funding the Insure Louisiana Incentive Program passed during a special session of the legislature, and our Louisiana Insurance Commissioner Jim Donelon joins us in studio this morning with more details. Good morning. Thank you so much for being with us this early.
Glad to be with you.
We very much appreciate it. So tell us a little bit more about this program.
Sure. The incentive program is designed, as it was 15 years ago after Katrina and Rita, to attract more companies back to our market in the aftermath of the horrific hurricane seasons we had in 2020 and 2021. And it worked back then. In the first year after it was put in place, 40,000 policies were moved from citizens back to private companies that were competing with each other. And up until Hurricane Laura, that competition kept homeowners rates to 1% increases each year for 5 years, right at 1%. So we're trying to replicate what we did back then in the aftermath of the catastrophes we've experienced 2 of the last 3 hurricane seasons.
Got it. So will this program give policymakers more affordable options?
Indeed. Policyholders, and it will indeed. First and foremost, the 135,000 policyholders who have to get their coverage from Citizens, our state-sponsored market of last resort. I had to give Citizens a 68% rate increase end of last year because of their increased cost of reinsurance because of their much larger book of business from a year before. 2 years before, actually. When Hurricane Laura hit Lake Charles, we only had 35,000 policies in Citizens. Now we have 135,000. And that affects all of us potentially because we're all of us who have homeowners or commercial property insurance are at risk to be assessed if Citizens doesn't have enough assets and reinsurance in place to pay the next big hurricane event that hits our state, and they have claims more than they can afford to cover. We're all subject to being assessed, as we continue to be for the billion-dollar bond issue Citizens had to issue after Katrina. And there's 3 more years of that yet to be paid or amortized, and each property insurance policy, commercial and residential, gets assessed each year to pay off those bonds.
Well, sir, for our viewers who are watching, what advice would you give to residents who already have a homeowner's insurance policy?
If they're forced to get their coverage from Citizens, shop around. This incentive program will bring companies to our market who will be looking for particularly business in North Louisiana to counterbalance and offset the exposure they take on with the requirement that they write half of their business below in the southern half of our state. So they're going to be competing for better business in North Louisiana. This program benefits 3 groups. It's a win-win-win. The policyholders and Citizens itself, who doesn't have to buy as much reinsurance, and those of us who are at risk for Citizens, that risk is reduced the more we can reduce that residual market book of business.
Very useful information this morning. Thank you so much for your time.
Glad to be with you.